Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Sunrise Sports Show. Let me click this on over to me. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sunrise Sports Show. I am your host, Zach McMurray. Today, as you can tell, is a bit of a different setup. I mentioned the other day. So, what we have here is we have my shelf that used to be, over here as my camera. You guys used to be right over here. Pretty much what I did, as you can tell, is I rearranged my desk. So I have my fun trinkets right around here. And one second. Sorry, my wife was just letting me know to move my clothes to the dryer. Um, I'm glad she did that because I totally forgot. And then I gotta walk the little guy before I go to bed. Anyway, yeah, so I got all my trinkets on the shelf. New poster that I got for Christmas. New pop cover for the mic. New what's it called? XLR cable and new camera that y'all are watching through today. Let's see what else we got going on. So as y'all can tell, it's 7 a.m. is when this is posting. You guys are watching it tomorrow, which is today, and that is January 2nd, 2026. I can't believe we made it to the new year already. I'm recording this on January 1st, last night, the new year, same old me going through some, let's see, situations where we're just working the best that we can do. The reason I can't do live today like I want to is because my dog that I introduced last episode, or a couple episodes ago, Winston, he's our mascot of the show, currently sleeping, but he is 10 weeks old today. So let's go, Winston. Um, so he needs to go to the vet, and the only time to do that is before I start work at 9. So we're going at 8 a.m. But because I am a little bit behind on my work, I am starting a bit early at 7, which is when this usually goes live. Um, so I'm recording last night, doing a little bit pre-record so we can start strong off the year. Um, yeah, like I said, we can start the year off strong and try and make 2026 the year we don't miss a weekly episode. And if we do, we'll make up for it better than before. So let's get into it. You can also see on the new side of this setup, I'm trying something new. Let's see, I got my show notes already right here. Like I said, good morning. This is the Sunrise Sports Show. I'm your host, Zach McMurray. I thank you for joining me, starting your year off fresh. Stuttered there for a little bit. Um, it's a wonderful Friday morning. Actually, I am, like I said, working, so pre-recording it. You guys are hopefully having a great Friday morning, 7 a.m., ready to start your day, go to work. If you're watching this on a drive, whether you eat breakfast, I hope that'll bring you a little bit of joy and happiness. Um, if not, then I hope something else does and that you end up having a great day. So, um, as you can tell, I'm trying a new format for these next couple episodes. So, I'm going to be watching my notes right here. You guys are on the camera right there. Still working out the layout of it all. But comment below if you like this new setup. I used to have the scores on the bottom, replaying up and down, and then the rundown on the left side over on the screen here. Um, but yeah, I love it all, of course. The screen at the side and the scores on the bottom. But there's just a lot of complications with those. The scores never worked right on the bottom, and I only used the rundown at the homepage of the show. So I thought about copying a YouTuber that I watch, Brody Brazil, and he makes a lot of sports videos on YouTube, and I actually enjoy them. So you should check them out after this video if you want to. Go over and support him. He's been a huge inspiration for me as I've been trying to make these episodes go. But I'm trying to copy his style that he has, where he takes up about a fourth of the screen and then has a little segment going on over the left. So that's what I'm going to try and do these next couple episodes and see if I can refine it. But yeah, definitely go check him out. He's trying to reach, I believe, 100K if he hasn't hit it already. So anyway, this first slide is our logo, the Sunrise Sports Show. If I go next, come on, we are going to have our rundown and our little forecast of today, as if you will. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode, I think. Of course, I always say that we're already 5 minutes in. So what we're gonna do first is our team recap. As you all know, we follow teams. We spun wheels last season, and I say last season because before football season started, when I was just figuring out what I was doing when I was spinning and drafting all those teams, I called it season zero. Football started season one. Now that it's the new year 2026, I figured we're, new setup, new equipment. We're going to call this season two. And season two, we're going to try and be a little bit more confident in our work and a little bit more proud of what we're making, confident in ourselves and proud of each other. But yeah, so we're going to go through team recap of season one and the teams that we're following. Our goals for 2026, daily dozen, and then of course we're going to finish it off with excuse me, finish off with our favorite segment of making a 12-leg parlay that has never hit yet. Emphasis on that yet. If it hits this time, it's not scripted. I just made that up. Anyway, quick and easy episode. I hope you all enjoy. So, to get right into it, our team's recap. Our NFL team was the San Francisco 49ers. Let me scroll my notes down for 1 second here. Bear with me. So team recaps. I'm not going to go into super detail of all the teams. Keep this, like I said, a little bit of a shorter episode. So we're going to have NFL team. These aren't in any specific order, but the NFL team was the San Francisco 49ers. And they're currently 12-2, second in the NFC West. They play the Seattle Seahawks this Saturday. That'd be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time in San Francisco. If they win the NFC West title and become the number one seed in the NFC playoffs and get a bye week the first round. This also means they have home field advantage. So, this is pretty cool. If the Niners win and get home field advantage, they will be playing their remaining games this season at home since the Super Bowl is going to be in San Francisco. So, that means, if they have, I think it's like 4 or 5 games left of the season, all of those are going to be in San Francisco. So that would be huge if they win to get that home field advantage and to have that extra morale of those fans that, you're not having to travel on the road and get fans that can either yell at you or just whatever. But Brock can be comfortable and, pass the rock like he's been doing. If they lose, however, they would more than likely become a wild card team, probably with 5 or 6 seed, and the rest of their games, minus the Super Bowl, if they get there, are going to be on the road. So this is a pretty monumental game tomorrow. Both teams have won their last 6 games, both teams being the 49ers and the Seahawks. Sorry, just checking to see if I'm recording here. Both teams have won their last 6 games, and during that streak, that win streak, we, the 49ers, have averaged over 35 points per game. And we're going up against the second best scoring defense in the league. So it's pretty much, what's that phrase? Immovable object, something like that. Unstoppable force made an immovable object. But so we'll see how that goes. If you don't have time to watch it on tomorrow, Saturday at 7, check back in. Or if you don't have time to check Instagram throughout the week, check back in next Friday, and I'll give you an update for where our future is going to lie for the 49ers. Next, we have the NBA Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are currently 14-20, and they play the Charlotte Hornets tonight at 7. The main news for the Bucks is that it seems that our main player Giannis wants out of Milwaukee. So it looks like he's trying to get a trade, but he was recently hurt, so we don't know really what's going on there. So there's a lot of trade rumors floating around. And I don't know what is real or anything yet, so I'm not going to break any of that news until anything solidifies. Going on, we have our college football team, the Delaware Blue Hens. As you know, we spun a wheel, and it landed on one of the teams where it was their first season in the FBS. I wanted to hopefully pick a team that can make it to the playoffs. I should have spun a wheel for the beginning of the playoffs. I should have spun a wheel and done a little something, but maybe we'll do that next time. Anyway, the Blue Hens finished 7-6, and they beat the Louisiana Raging Cajuns 20-13 in the 68 Ventures Bowl, finishing its first year in the FBS. So I think it's pretty cool that we won a bowl game as our first year in um, I don't know what FBS stands for, to be honest. Future Football Bowl. I don't know. Let's see. FBS meeting. Because I know that's, yeah, Football Bowl subdivision. Okay. Not fasting blood sugar, but the Football Bowl subdivision. This means that you are eligible to play for the NCAA championship. I wanted to hopefully, get a team that could make it that far, but I'm really proud of the boys over in Delaware, and it's been pretty fun, keeping up with them week by week. Moving on to the WNBA, one of our first teams, the Washington Mystics. Oh, shoot. Wow. Like I said, fancy new camera, thanks to my mom for Christmas. Um, so that was pretty cool. I don't know how long it's been that, but I just saw it at the corner of my eye. Anyway, the Washington Mystics, they finished up 16-28, fourth in the Eastern Conference and 10th overall in the league out of 13. That 13 is soon to be 15 next season as they add the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo. That's all we pretty much have for the Mystics, as it wasn't too anything out of the ordinary for them, I guess. I don't know, kind of slow on that response. Next, we have MLB Detroit Tigers. The Tigers finished 87-75, second in the American League Central behind the Cleveland Guardians. We made it to the American League American League Divisional Series in the playoffs, where we lost 3-2 against the Seattle Mariners. Our starting pitcher, I'm going to butcher this name, so forgive me, Tariq Skull. No, that should be Schoolball. Anyway, he won his second consecutive American League Cy Young Award. I just kicked a rock. I just kicked some bottles. He won his second consecutive American League. Excuse me. I'm rushing my words, and I shouldn't be. There's no reason for me to be stumbling over these words for something that you're not going to enjoy, but it's just me and you guys. So not trying to rush anything. Just get a little bit one word after another when I'm reading. Not the best out loud reader, but that's something we're going to work on in 2026. So bear with me. Anyway, this is his second consecutive American League Cy Young Award and his second Tiger of the Year award with the Detroit Tigers. Stumbled through our way, but we finally made it. So thank you to the Tigers. Next season, we'll find a new team. Our newest addition to the program is the NHL Pittsburgh Penguins. They beat the record is 18-12-9. We are 15th. We just beat the Detroit Red Wings last night in overtime. Last night being when I'm recording, that was 20 minutes ago. But so yeah, those are our teams. Next of their season, we're just gonna respin every time it's the new sports season. So yeah, butchered it a little bit, but we made it through. That's why we do this show, for y'all to poke fun of those little stutters. Goals of 2026, moving on to the next segment, is 100 subs. I'm gonna admit these are pretty bodacious, advantageous, ambitious even goals that I put here on this list. Some of them more accomplishable than others, but I think this is going to be the year I really put in the work. So I want to get 100 subs. Right now, I think I have like 13. So thank you for the 13 of y'all watching. I think I average about 3 viewers a video. So thank you to the 3 of y'all watching this video. I'm going to try and get 100 subs this year. I know that's a lot of work. Not many people do that. But I think I know 100 people is the thing. I know 100 people. I think if I just ask them to subscribe, then they would, and I can at least make that accomplishment. But I want to get 50 consistent viewers for each episode. I think that is something that's half my subs, 50 consecutive viewers. Not consecutive, but consistent viewers, I think would be pretty nice. That means 50 of y'all. Instead of 3, we have now 50. That's like a whole class. So that's a lot of people tuning into what I have to say. So I think that would mean a lot to me. And that's if what I have to say is either true or at least funny. Then that'd be a great way to start y'all's day. I don't know. I would. I couldn't think of a better way than to, start your day off with some fun, eat a little breakfast, or just have it play in the background while you're getting dressed or driving to work. I think it'd be cool to start a merch line, whether that be a new hat that I can wear every episode, some t-shirts, some sweatshirts. We'll see how that goes. I haven't really thought about it yet, but we got 365 days to do something with it. Merch line, I think, would be great off the rocket docket. Probably in my pocket. Number 4 is I want to post consistently. Um, when I started the show, I wanted to do a live episode Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I figured in the whole ordeal of the show, you have games on the weekends as well. I was thinking NFL season, you have NFL games on Sundays primarily. You have Monday Night Football, so like Mondays we can talk about the slates that happen all day Sunday, and then Wednesday we can talk about the games that happen Monday night, and then Friday we can talk about Thursday Night Football, and then lead into what's going to happen next in Sunday. So the idea was pretty cut and dry. Like, you've got the games coming, you got the games that have gone, and you can just talk about what happened and then talk about what's to come. But I am a busy guy, and I also don't really prep a ton, doing pre-show prep work like I am tonight. So that kind of messed with me mentally of, I want to put out good product for you guys, even though I only have 3 people watching. I don't want y'all to just not be entertained. So I'm just going to cut it to Fridays. We're just going to post Fridays. Hopefully they're going to be live most of the time. And other than that, I hope it's going to be a pre-recorded video like this. But I'm shooting for live videos every Friday. So tune in. I want to grow a little bit on my Instagram. I'm working on some videos for that. So stay tuned to that as well. I only have 1 post on there. I post on my story every now and then just to give an update about the YouTube. But I want to make some actual Instagram posts. I think those would be pretty cool, some videos. Whether that be, clipping our 30-minute long videos about me rambling about nothing really important. If something funny happens, clip it, throw it on the gram, get a couple likes, and then, we'll go from there. I think that'd be a pretty good plan. Last but not least, our biggest goal of the year is to get a celebrity on the show. Doesn't have to be big. Can be as small as, I don't know who a small celebrity is because they're all pretty big compared to me. So I think if we got a celebrity on the show, that would be huge for the year, especially I'm calling this my first true year, putting this into work. So we can get a celebrity on the show. I think that would be great. That's all we have for, VPN protection is off. Oh my gosh, decline. That's all we have for our recap, our rundown recap, the slides. Next, our tried and true trivia, the Daily Dozen. Let's see what we got going on here. So we have let's see what the time is. 18 minutes so far on the video. I hope you all have enjoyed so far. If this is something you're enjoying, feel free to send it to a friend. Let's see. This NFC team moved from Quincy Carter. Oh, excuse me. My eyes can't read. This NFC team moved on from Quincy Carter as their starter, despite him leading them to a 10-6 record in the playoffs in 2003. I believe this is an NFL question. Quincy Carter, NFC team, Rams. I don't know why I said Rams, but 2003. We'll go with the Eagles. That's for you, Scott. If you're watching this, I hope you are. But he talked to me the other day about how I take 2 seconds on each question, which I do, because I want y'all to see my gut reaction. And also, if I'm not gonna know it after reading it, I'm not gonna know it at all. I don't know who Quincy Carter is, but sometimes I'll just read it and then answer it, and I know the answer if I just take my time. Like this one right here. On New Year's Day 2000, this Michigan quarterback threw for 4 touchdowns in the Orange Bowl to lead the Wolverines 35-34 overtime in Alabama. Gut instinct, Tom Brady. Only Wolverine quarterback that I know, so I'm going to go him. Do I actually think it's him? Probably not, because he was in the NFL. Okay, well, there he is, Tom Brady. I was about to say, I thought he was in the NFL at the time, winning Super Bowls. Um, well, what do you know? Okay, that's one for you, Scott. Um, okay, current Cavaliers head coach. This is the NBA. Current Cavaliers head coach Kenny Atkinson initially accepted a head coaching job offer with this Eastern team in 2022, but backed out a week later. We'll go with our own team, the Milwaukee Bucks. Dang. Okay. History. Richard M. Daley spent 22 years as the mayor of this major U.S. city from 1989 to 2011 until being succeeded by Rahm Emanuel, and later Lori Lightfoot. These are book characters. 22 years of this major U.S. city. Phoenix. First one to pop in mind. Phoenix. Dang. Celebrity mashup. Identify 2 celebrities mashed up in this photo. I don't know. Is that outside Channing Tatum? No, his hair's too long. Taron Egerton? I don't know. And I don't know who that chick is. Snacks and candy. Moving on. Catering to heat-loving fans. What is the name of this spicy chip line that Pringles launched in 2020? I believe Pringles is in the name. No? Hot Stacks? Flamin' Hots? No. That's Cheetos. Spicy. Firecracker. That's pretty good. Fuego. That's Takis. Flamin' Hot. No, I said that. That's Cheetos. Dang, what did I just say? Flamin' Hot is Cheetos. Sauce? Secret sauce, simply sauce. Hot. Flamin' Hot. Extra. Death. Okay, what am I missing here? What defines hot? Or come on, kick. Come on. Tasty? No. What is the name of the spicy line of chips that Pringles launched? So Pringles, spice. Oh, come on. Pringles, heat loving fans. That's what I'm thinking. Is just like heat. Water. Dude, y'all are probably staring at the screen. I'm trying to think. Does it have like X's on his eyes or something? We'll come back to it. Television. Okay. I don't know. Salil Moon Fry played a quirky and bright child who lives in a foster parent after being abandoned on this NBC sitcom 1981 to 1985. What? I have no idea. So we're going to go with Friends. Or Adopted. Nope. Okay, we're going to think logically here. Lives with a foster parent. Foster? The Fosters. Okay, well. Annette Bening, this is movies. Annette Bening played a mother and wife who gets caught having an affair while getting fast food from a drive-thru in the 1999 Oscars Best Picture winner. A mother and wife who gets caught having an affair while getting fast food? Like, did they get fast food? All right, let's see fast food. Too Fast, Too Furious. Okay, what about affair? Or cheating. Cheat eating. Okay. Love. Okay, here we go. Eat, pray, love. Dang. Music. Hands up and touch the sky. Can't stop because we're so high. Let's do this one more time. Oh. Is that Starships? I don't know any of her songs except, let's see. Two. We got two, baby. We got two. Okay. Stroke. Heat stroke. Okay, you know what? I give up. I'm sorry, guys. So, NFL, the Cowboys were the correct answer. They dropped Quincy Carter. Okay, NBA, the Hornets. Okay. Scorching. Dang. We were right around there with some heat flavoring scorching hot. Dang it. Dang. Okay, we were bouncing around there a little bit with some ones that are freak. That stinks. Anyway. It is Taron Egerton. Look at me go. Okay, we got half a point there. Movies. American Beauty. Don't care. Punky Brewster. Nope. Chicago. Okay. Well, 2 out of 9. Maybe we'll do better next time. Let me log in here. Hopefully y'all can't see my information. Well, I hope y'all don't steal that from me. I only got $7. NBA. Oh man, are we gonna have to go back and forth? I didn't really think of this for the new setup. I didn't really think about having the coin flip. So we're gonna go with NFL this weekend. Just like how we don't really do Monday games, we're not gonna do the 2 Saturday games, even though this is our team. Unless we just go all in on our team, plus 100. We're gonna do that, but and by all in, of course, I mean $1. Make $1. Give $1, make $1. That's what I always say. So let me just. This is just gonna be. We're gonna have to do the classic back and forth action. Coin flip, flip, flip. All right. So first off is heads is home, tails is away. Jaguars. Next, we have the Colts and the Texans. Pum, 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 pum. Heads is home, tails is away. Okay. Heads is home, tails is away. We got the Browns and the Bengals. Pum, 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 pum. Heads is home, tails is away. Wow, 3 in a row. All right. So this time, I guess we want. If this gets tails, none of this was planned, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, heads. Heads is home, so with the Giants. Okay, that'd be a good game. Maybe the Giants can pull it off. Heads is home, tails is away. Here we go. Tails. Our first tails is the Saints. Okay, we actually need this. I'll explain more about this in 1 second. We actually need the Saints to win here. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 heads in a row. Do the odds on that one. I know there's only 50-50 every time, but still. Okay, so we, as in Buccaneers fans, as in me, which you're watching this show, so that makes you one too by proxy. I don't know. This show, you know, we're 49ers fans, but because you're a fan of me, you're a fan of Baker Mayfield, you're a fan of the Buccaneers or whatever team he's playing for at the time. I got a Buccaneers wallet, which is pretty cool, for Christmas from my Nana. Check it out. There you go, Buccaneers. I think it's pretty cool, genuine leather. You know, and then of course Scott, who I mentioned earlier, I showed it to him and he says, "What are you gonna do when he gets traded to the Saints next season?" Not gonna happen. Hopefully, I think hopefully they just realized that you know it was a season where people got hurt and people made mistakes. He just signed for 3 years. I think he might be in that second or third year. So give him some time. He'll come through. We know he will. Anyway, we need the Saints to win because the Buccaneers are playing. We'll get down to it. Dum pum pum pum. Oh, we passed it. The Buccaneers are playing the Panthers, okay? They're both in the NFC South Division, okay? I'm going to say a lot of okays. They are both dookie right now. NFC South dookie right now. When are they ever good? I don't know. But Tampa Bay has lost so many times recently after the bye week, and it makes me sad. As a fan, it makes me mad because I love them so much, which means I hate them. You know what I mean? If you're a Titans fan like me, you love them so much, you hate them because they lose. Except recently. They lost last week, but you know what I mean. Teams like that, when you put like your heart into sports, that's what happens is you find a team and you love that team so much that you hate them. You know, you hate the way they make you feel. They hate the way that you're so emotional about a team or nobody knows who you are, who you exist. None of them are ever going to see this video. It's just me talking to probably two people right now. But that's just how sports is, and that's the love of the game. That's why people watch it. So the Bucks have been on a losing streak, okay? First 4 games, we as in me and others, thought that Baker could have gone for MVP. So they've been losing. They played the Panthers the other day, lost. Played the Dolphins the other day, one of the worst teams, lost. The Falcons the other day beat the Rams, one of the best teams in the league right now, if not the best. Well, Seahawks are the best, but one of the best teams in the league right now. They beat them, okay? Which means the Bucks need to be. Not only do they need to beat the Panthers to get into to be the number 1 seed of the NFC, what I say, South. They need to beat the Panthers, and then also the Saints need to beat the Falcons for us to move forward. If the Falcons win, then the Bucks are out, and if the Panthers win, the Bucks are out. So we really need the Saints to win. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. Am I hoping with my whole heart? Yes. Has what's his name? Tyler Shaw. We'll use the new tab. Boom, Tyler Shaw. He has been popping off recently. So I hope he keeps popping off. And gets us at least to a wild card or to the playoffs. Let us work our magic a little bit. If not, I don't want the season to end like this. It's been unfortunate, but that's how seasons go sometime. Thanks for listening to this rant. That's probably my only actual sports talk I've had all show. So thanks for listening to that. And yeah, I hope you agree. Let me know if you agree or disagree that, there are times when we put a little bit too much heart into a team and, when they lose, we feel like we lost as well. And so that's why you just don't need to do that. That's why, you don't need to put money into it because then you're monetarily invested. And with fantasy, that's what makes fantasy fun is that you get invested in these players because these players that don't know you make up your team, make up your fake team. And so, yeah, you get attached to these guys who don't even know who you are. But that's what fans are for, That's why we do this. Anyway, tangent over. Flip that coin. Heads is home, tails is away. Heads. Bum, 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 bum. Vikings. Wow, we really might get this. All right, Jets and Bucks. Or Jets and Bills. Let's do this. Heads. Tails. Classic. Jets. Josh Allen's pretty cool, so I wouldn't mind if he won Super Bowl on the AFC side of things because he always loses to Mahomes. Tails. Wow. Yeesh. Okay. Next, moving on. Not even going to address the fact of the heads. We're not even going to address that. We're going to address it anyway, that the Patriots are popping off right now. So, come on, Dolphins. Our one wrinkle in our plan right here. Anywho, Eagles taking on Commanders. Right now we got the Chargers and the Broncos. Flip one more time. Heads is home. Tails is away, as we know. As I said multiple times. Nice. Best odds all season. Again, I apologize for speaking so fast this episode. working out the kinks and everything. I'm a fast talker. Why was that spin so fast? What the heck? Head this home. Anywho, talking fast this episode, run a little off script. I've already read all my script, so I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, kind of ebbed and flowed of talking fast and talking slow. Still working out everything. Not a professional by any means, just having fun. All right, we got the Ravens, Chiefs, Bears, Rams, Broncos, Eagles, Dolphins, Jets, Vikings, Saints, Giants, Bengals, Texans, and Jaguars. Putting 25 cents on it as we flipped a quarter for every team. We're putting that quarter on the teams, placing it. 25 cents to win 462, our second lowest outcome of the season. Last time it was like $80, and we only lost by 1 to the Jaguars. If the Jaguars lose to the Titans, this means that the Titans will have 4 wins, which means they have 1 more win than last season, which is what I've been saying all of their offseason. Because whenever we were thinking about drafting Cam Ward, I was like, well, as long as we get 4 wins, that's 1 more than last season, meaning he would be better than Will Levis. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Would it be awesome? Yes. Am I about to put $1 on? We have what, $7? Put $2 on him. Put $2 on him. 2 to 4 people. All right, and that's how quick you can lose money right there. Do you see that 2 clicks? Now we're back to $5. All right, everybody. Let me go back to this home screen. Every time I say it's going to be a short episode, it ends up being extended. 37 minutes. I'm not cutting any of this because that's not what we do here, and I also don't have time to edit. And it's 11 p.m. I need to go to bed. Thank you for watching this episode. It really means a lot to me that you guys are checking this out. I love y'all a lot. Support me if you want to. Just, drop a follow. Share it with a friend. Trying to reach 100 followers this this season, this year. But yeah, this is the Sunrise Sports Show. I'm your host, Zach McMurray. You have a great day. I love you. God loves you. Let's go win the day. And peace. Where am I at? How do I end this? Intro one more time. Let's do it.